Coming up on this episode of Nintendo Cartridge Society, when is a retirement not a retirement? When you just keep working? Get a silk bag from the graveyard, duck to live longer, so the Nintendo Cartridge Society lives longer with you. Welcome to Nintendo Cartridge Society. My name is Patrick Ellers, and I'm joined, as I'm always joined, by my co-host, Mark Mitchell. We've got a good show for you today. We're going to be talking about the news from the week, and then on Thursday, we are going to be doing an accounting of Nintendo rhythm games to coincide with the release of the new Rhythm Heaven Groove. But Mark, in the meantime, how's it going?
It's going great. I can't believe that Rhythm Heaven Groove is here.
Snuck up on me, I'd say.
And it really feels like the end of an era, possibly.
Truly.
Like,
possibly the last first-party Nintendo Switch 1 game.
I mean, they had a whole Nintendo Direct where they had an opportunity to announce
That's true.
something, and they chose not to.
I mean, also, so, like a little bit of a blanket statement. They could have announced something. No, Nintendo Switch Sports Resort and Ocarina of Time. Yes.
Oh my gosh, Nintendo Switch Sports Resort. That has just fallen out of my mind. I don't know that I could have recalled that exists.
When do you think it comes out?
I'm going to say August, because we're almost in... Yeah, it must be August, because Fire Emblem's September. So I'm going to say August 25th is when Nintendo Switch Sports Resort releases.
Mark thinks the day after my birthday, August 25th. And no, it's October. October 22nd. What? Yes, that's right.
Yeah, never in a million years.
Yeah, Fire Emblem comes out before on September 17th. And I guess and Splatoon Raiders, of course, the end of this month.
Yes.
Nothing in August.
Interesting.
So let's just flag that right now. Nothing in August.
What about all that Xenoblade stuff?
So Xenoblade Chronicles Switch 2 edition, the digital version of that comes out the end of July 30th.
Okay. I mean, at this point, we're just recapping a Nintendo Direct that I now have no memory of, even though it was just a few weeks ago. But this is good. This is good. Nintendo Switch Sports Resort, October
22nd.
I'm putting it in the October bucket.
File in your head,
yes.
Right? Like, think of Halloween.
Yes,
right?
That's right.
Where everyone's going as
biplanes.
No, what do they call the sports?
Don't do this to me, Patrick. You know I'm not going to remember this.
Yeah.
I just don't care. I just don't care.
But they do have a name. Whether you care or not, they do have a name.
Yeah, I'm looking it up.
All right, look it up. I will let people know that if they're interested in hearing us talk about more stuff that we can only partially remember, head on over to patreon.com/Nintendo Cartridge Society, where if you're supporting us at the 8 or 16-bit levels, you get access to our once-a-month episodes of miniseries like NCS at the Movies.
Yes, where Patrick, myself, and usually a special guest are going to a movie theater, seeing a movie together.
We purchase tickets. Sometimes snacks.
Yep. And then we watch a movie and the commercials beforehand.
Uh-huh.
And then the movie.
And all the trailers beforehand.
And then the trailers, too.
Uh-huh.
Are trailers not commercials? We won't get into it.
I mean, a great point, Mark.
And then we watch the movie. Then we talk about the movie. And we have a ton of fun doing it. Some really great discussions. Recently, we had an episode about Steven Spielberg's Disclosure Day. Speaking of which, I bought Steven Soderbergh's.
Okay.
It's an app, but it's a book. It is it's called whatever Jaws' production number was.
Okay.
It's 0572 or something.
Sure.
And what he does is every he goes through the filming schedule for Jaws basically.
Oh.
And every shot that was made, he accounts for and discusses. And I'm early into it, but it's awesome. It's $25 on iPad. And you can get it on your phone as well.
Yeah, that's cool.
It is awesome.
Do you know about this the Soderbergh's re-edit of Raiders of the Lost Ark?
He just loves to re-edit movies.
Score. Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds kind of bad, but I want to see it.
Yeah, I'm kind of
This is
NCIS
not
at the
what this is
movies.
about, right?
is we just did an episode with Greg L. Smith about Steven Spielberg's Disclosure Day. It was a lot of fun, and we'll be seeing something in July. We haven't really determined what yet, but we'll be seeing something in July
Yes.
and talking about that as well.
And there are other miniseries available at both the 4-bit level and free over on Patreon. So just head on over there and check that out. Mark, have you discovered what they're called? They're called.
Yes,
Yeah.
I got sidetracked. It's called, the app is called Production 02074.
Sorry, I meant the not me.
No, I
me's.
know. But I just wanted to get it right.
Great.
It's Production 02074, and I
Okay.
highly recommend it if you're into that sort of thing.
02074.
And Sportsmate.
Sportsmates.
Yeah.
Yes, correct.
Yes. So now all the information is out there.
That's right.
Yes.
We've covered all the information. And if you would like to correct us on where we got the information wrong, or just participate in an ongoing conversation with us and people who listen to the show, join the Discord. Email us, Nintendo Cartridge Society at gmail.com, and I will send you an invitation. You hop in there. You chit chat with us. Mark, are you ready to talk about what we've been playing this week?
Yeah, let's do it.
New Nintendo Switch 2 game came out last week. Maybe we should just start talking about Star Fox.
Yeah, let's talk about Star Fox.
How are you feeling about Well, let me ask what your experience. I assume that you bought this game digitally, as is your want.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
And how are you playing it?
I've actually played it exclusively on TV.
Okay.
Because the reviews and all the discussion around it, I felt like we're talking about how what a good-looking game it is, and so I
Yes.
wanted to kind of experience that fully. I am sure that I will end up playing it in handheld, but I've done like maybe 2 run-throughs, and it's just been on TV. How about you?
Also, mostly, actually, exclusively on TV, because I've also only played this with the Nintendo 64 controller.
Whoa, I haven't done that at all. What is that? Well, first of all, overall impressions.
Overall impressions, I really like it.
It's really good.
It's so fun.
Here's the thing. Star Fox 64 is not a forever game for me. Like, it is not
Yes.
like a Desert Island game. I appreciate it or
Mhm.
whatever, but it's not one of my favorites. But I feel
And
like...
it is for me.
Yeah, okay, great.
And it's especially in the Nintendo 64 library, which I run kind of hot and cold on. Like, it is top 5 for me, easy. Maybe even top 3.
I feel like, for me,
In fact, I'm just going to upgrade it to number 3 on my list.
Oh, okay, wow,
Yeah.
okay.
I think it Mario,
Uh-huh.
Ocarina, Star Fox.
I mean, that makes a lot of sense. I didn't own Star Fox 64 growing up.
Yeah.
I don't think. I don't remember playing it that much. Maybe we did own it because we had a Rumble Pack. But
But you could buy those things separately.
That's true.
And like after Star Fox was out, it like sort of became like a kind of regular-ish thing. But it's not
that
not a
important.
forever game. for you.
It's not. So it is not a game that like I revere. I recently played through the Nintendo 3DS remake,
Mhm.
and I feel like the 2 things that are the major additions to this game that really elevate it in my mind is the graphical presentation.
Yep.
I think it's a great looking game, and it's the most visually coherent that Star Fox has ever looked.
Yes.
Not like and I mean that like when you're flying through the worlds, it doesn't feel like it, because part of the problem I've had with previous Star Fox games, not like Zero, but it just feels like a chaotic mess. On the original Star Fox is fun, but like the polygons and everything, sometimes you're just like, what is going on? I feel that way about Star Fox 64 as well.
Yeah, well, they both of those games in particular, but like I think Star Fox in general has a little bit the like the original Final Fantasy VII problem, where it's like, how many different character model types do you have? Right? There's the like world map models. There's the in fights models. There's like 2 or 3 different kinds of like flavors of cutscenes, where it's like these are sort of more human proportions. Here's where they look kind of like chibi and cartoony. Here's where they're closer to being like polygonal models. And then there's also like the character portraits, and you're just like, all of that you just have to trust that like all that adds up to something. And Star Fox, at least in the first couple entries, is doing that same
it's just
thing.
like visual noise sometimes. And but this game alleviates for me like all of that. And so it's so much more fun to play because I feel like I am clear on like what I'm supposed to be doing because I can see like it visually makes sense to me.
Yeah. I think that's another benefit also to playing it on a big TV, that like you get the entire like the whole field of play in front of you, right? And you can see all of your objectives, all the things you need to shoot, all the things you need to avoid.
I do think that's true. One thing that's interesting is because this is basically a remake of 64, the draw distance is
That's true. It's not that great.
It's not bad, but it's just funny where you're like, oh, they're like popping into the same distance they would on 64. To keep the rhythm of the game similar. So I think that is a huge improvement for me. But the other thing is like the cutscenes in between where you get, or even the characterizations within the like levels and stuff, I think really elevate the game. There's like a coherence to the story that I didn't realize I needed from Star Fox, but I did, and the characterizations and just
the overall tone,
yes,
right? Like
yeah.
Then it's and that's one of the things that like I do think is to the remake's benefit, but is also one of just like the things that I miss, is like there's an element of like camp and melodrama to the original that's not totally present here. Like a lot of the louder performances or like stranger like voice acting choices are gone, right? They're just like cut out entirely. People are no longer like screaming and cursing your name. I remember there's a voice clip in the original of Pigma being like, "I'm gonna cut you up real good," and like they would never have Pigma deliver a line like that in this game because they're not Looney Tunes characters anymore. They're like Star Wars characters.
But it like I think it fixes a lot of the a lot of the problems. I mean, Slippy is cool now. Is cute.
Slippy's cool now, yeah.
Like, the animations are really fun on all the different characters. They have such like good personalities. I don't know.
It's really good.
Really impressed.
It's really good. The Slippy characterization in particular, especially in the like cutscenes between the missions, it goes from making like the fact that he invented these other like forms of transportation, the Blue Marine and the Landmaster, go from being like yada yada, Slippy did a thing, to like the characters are a little bit incredulous about it. He's kind of talking them up, and like everything feels like motivated. And also motivated are like the choices between which paths you're going to take. That like General Pepper says one thing, they hang up on General Pepper, and then Peppy's like, or we could go over here and that would be beneficial to us. And like Falco will be kind of snarky to be like, why would we do what he wants? Like there's all of that is motivated for the first time ever.
Yes, and it makes it feel like you're genuinely like making a choice that has stakes or consequences, even though it doesn't.
Well, I mean, it sort of does.
I guess it sort of does because it
determines where you go,
you're taking and whether you'll take the true path.
Yeah.
So, like, look, I know when it was first announced, I certainly was like less than blown away. But I genuinely think it's the best Star Fox game ever, and it's not even really close.
I mean, I think that's right. I'm still a little sore that it's not a new game that looks and plays and sounds and feels like this and has a story like this. Because, like, if they were to make a sequel to this that is all of this but just new levels and new cutscenes, new scenarios, I would be in heaven. Like it would be a Game of the Year contender for me. I can't quite get there because I have in fact played these levels a million times.
Yeah.
But and I think it's phenomenal. I had a sort of harsh criticism for the music when it was first released on Nintendo Music. But in context, it's perfect.
Oh my gosh, last night I just could not stop. It's not very long, which is the loops are pretty short.
Sure.
But the like triumphant music that plays in like after you complete your objective.
Dun, dun, dun.
I agree. I also agree that this is the first time that I've with a Star Fox game where I've been like, if they did one of these like every 4 years,
I know, just like this. Yeah.
Like, don't have to change anything.
Just give me new levels.
Yeah,
That's
like,
it.
This would be perfect for $50 or whatever this was.
Yes. Yeah. $50 digital or 60 physical. Although
I
I pre-ordered from Amazon, so.
And I would guess that a new one would be this, I mean, who knows, but would be full price, and that the reason that this is 50 is that it's a remake. Although I guess we don't know because Nintendo's been all over the
they're all over the place.
scale. But yeah, so like as someone who this is their number 3 Nintendo 64 game. I mean, it obviously is, sounds like you're enjoying it and all of that. But yeah, like what were your first impressions?
So my first impression was that I don't know what's happening with like the way YouTube crunches like video or whatever. The game looks so much better actually playing it than seeing video of it, and the character designs make so much more sense in motion, right? And when you're actually playing the game, and when you get a handle of like all of this is a more grounded take on it. So like that was sort of the first thing where I was like, oh, this just actually works. But as I played a little bit deeper, I've probably done 5 runs at this point, and I'm now starting to take a little bit more seriously getting the medals in each of the courses. Getting a medal was something that in the original version of the game, you had to know just how many kills you needed to rack up in order to do it. And you really had one shot at it, and that was it. Whereas now, after you've played a level, it'll show you how many hits you need to score in order to get a medal in the level. And also, this version of the game has a consequence-free retry option. So if you are playing a course and you like get to the halfway point and you're like, I know I don't have enough to make it to the medal score here, you just restart the level, no consequence. You keep your upgrades, you don't lose any lives, and you can just try it again. Awesome. So I think I've got like half the medals at this point, and I won't rest until I have them all and unlock the expert mode. I've done all of the normal mode challenges of the first 3 levels in the challenge mode, which I think is super fun. I've got a date to play some multiplayer with Jeremy Schmidt and Mikey McCullough tomorrow. Mark, if you want in on that, let me know.
Are you going to be doing the like game chat? So will you all be avatars?
I mean, I'll do it.
I hope so. Yeah. Because I haven't messed around with multiplayer at all, and I haven't done
neither.
any of like the avatar stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, there's just like so much fun little stuff to unlock there if you really want to go psycho mode on it. But also, it's just innately rewarding to play through a run through the Lilat system. And just discover the various ways that the levels connect and one rolls into another. I think it's really great. It's sort of shocking to me how much I like this. And I'm like, yeah, this is like a legit contender for like a reason to own Switch 2.
Yeah, it's really good. It's much better, honestly, than I was expecting. I'm having way more fun with it than I was expecting to. I think it's impressive how much like how many different variations of the connective tissue they must have.
Yeah.
In order to account for all the different paths that you could be taking and the choices that you could make. Yeah, it's just I'm having a lot of fun with it.
Well, and there's also like, the different ways and like times that you can meet Star Wolf and not meet Star Wolf, and like versions of levels with them and without them, which is all in the original game. It's just incredible. And meeting both Bill and Kat through the course of the run means that either Bill or Kat could show up later to assist you, is also just so, again, from the original game, but it's just little stuff where you're like, oh, this world feels alive. It's so little, right? It's just like tiny little things that make the whole thing feel huge and big and good. And again, if they could just do apply this same formula a second time.
Well, I wonder, Nintendo has their studios that do certain things, right? Like Mercury Steam has made 2 Metroid 2D games and presumably, is probably working on a new one.
Right.
Is it possible that Valen Studios, or however you say their name, like could be, I mean, they're following a similar path
Yes.
as Mercury Steam, where let's remake one of the games.
Or as mages, or as
Right.
Echoes of Wisdom. Next
Grezzo.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah, and mages for Famicom Detective Club, where it's like, hey, do a remake. Let's learn the ropes, learn like working closely with Nintendo,
Right.
like
And-
all that kind of
yes.
stuff.
And then make a new one.
Then make a new entry. It makes sense.
I mean, are we there? Like,
Yeah.
is that what's happening here? I think it's a very real possibility that like that could be in the cards. Maybe we don't see it for 4 years.
Right,
but-
right. Because I mean, it's been 5 years since the last Metroid game, since Dread.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is the first time that I've been genuinely excited about like Star Fox's future.
Yeah.
And not just in like a theoretical way. And the reception has been really strong.
Yeah.
And so hopefully it does well. Hopefully it does well and does warrant that follow-up.
Yeah. I hope it does, because it's a special experience.
I think it also, when the Ocarina of Time remake was revealed at the last Nintendo Direct, I'm willing to give Nintendo a ton of leeway. Like, yeah, I trust you. I think this thing is going to turn out great.
And we're getting it anyway.
but especially after like Star Fox,
I know.
I'm like, yeah, full faith that
Right.
the Ocarina of Time remake, even if it is,
But
I
it
will
can't
still just be a little disappointed if, even though all the signs are pointing to that being the case, I will be a little disappointed if it is just a visual refresh. But I mean, that's what I was saying about Star Fox when it was first announced. You know what I mean?
I do. I think that the scope of a Star Fox game was already like putting a fresh coat of paint on it like goes so far to make the world seem more realized. I think the more new paint you put on Ocarina of Time, the more the world needs to change to match it.
Right. And like, do we really need more cutscenes?
No, we do not. Owl, I'm done talking to you.
But maybe that's what I would have said about Star Fox if you had told me that you were going to make one with a bunch of cutscenes.
I
would
know.
have been like, I don't need those characters talking. But now I like these characters. Love these characters. I'll say it. I love these characters.
Wow.
Should I buy those cute little
the
plush
plushes?
toys that they're coming out with?
Mark, can I tell you that I already pre-ordered
Oh,
them?
I'm so happy. I'm so happy.
But I did notice, and I don't know if this is all like legit or real, but Walmart is taking pre-orders for the whole set
I was wondering about that
for $55. Otherwise, they're $20 each.
Right.
So I don't know. I still have my pre-order with Nintendo. They may have charged my credit card already because they're weird about that kind of thing. But yeah, no. Why aren't those amiibo? Can we talk about this?
Yeah, that is interesting.
Just put a chip in the bottom of those.
Because the game does support amiibo, right?
It does. There's amiibo support for the Fox, Falco, and Star Wolf amiibo that are all Smash series.
Yeah, they really should have. Like the Yarn Yoshi.
Yeah.
There's precedent for it. Yeah, that's interesting.
Anyway, Star Fox is great. I think it's wonderful. Other games I have been playing this week. Sunday morning, I was like, hey, I've been holding this Nintendo 64 controller for the last couple days.
Oh, sorry. Before we move off of Starbucks.
Yes.
Star Fox.
Yes.
Is what I have not played with a Nintendo 64 controller. Is it the muscle memory from being a kid? Like it just works exactly?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, and because the game is designed to work specifically with the Nintendo 64 controller, the characters in the game, when they're prompting me to do things, are telling me the right buttons to push. They know what controller I have.
Cool.
So yeah, I like when you use a bomb, you push like L or something, right?
No, it's Y.
Oh, it's one of the face buttons. Okay.
Yeah.
But like how do you do like a somersault?
Up on the D-pad.
Up on the D-pad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's odd.
And then a U-turn is down on the D-pad, I think, in all train mode.
Yeah. So those are mapped to the C buttons.
Oh, okay.
So C left is, but it just means that you're doing that with your right hand,
right?
So you don't have to stop steering,
right?
That's interesting.
Do you think that the Ocarina of Time remake will support the Nintendo 64 controller?
No, I think that should be abandoned entirely. Because, like,
But if it's a faithful remake,
But the thing is, we already have a like excellent version of it that isn't using, and I guess this is true of the Star Fox as well. That is using the 3DS controller.
Right.
But no, we need to have like dual stick camera control on the Ocarina of Time remake, like bare minimum, right?
Well, yes, I'm assuming. Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
We can't be in a 3D space just constantly tapping Z to like target,
No,
get
you're
behind
right.
Link.
You're
That's those days are gone, Mark.
Right.
It can't be done. But yeah, no, I absolutely love it. If you don't have the like nostalgia for it, maybe it won't
But no rumble, right?
matter. No, yeah,
no.
tons of rumble. She rumble.
Oh, it's built into the.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have not used that thing very much. Clearly.
Well, after we're done, plug it in.
Yeah.
So it charges.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah, no, like I've got a little yeah, I do this sometimes when a new Nintendo game comes out, that I just have like a little shrine on my entertainment center that is like the game case. I bought it physically. The game case, the Nintendo 64 controller, and the 3 amiibo like right out there. So I'm just like, this is my altar to Star Fox, that I can
Yes.
pick it up and play, and I'm having a great time.
Yes.
Anyway,
Yeah,
so
sorry to interrupt
it's
you.
okay. It's a good point. And really, if you have the Nintendo 64 controller and you have any memories of playing it that way, like play it that way. It's so much fun. I turned on Donkey Kong 64.
Oh, right. Okay.
Which I was added a couple weeks ago to NSO plus expansion pass, and I was like, let me I played it on Nintendo 64 when it came out originally. It was one of the few games that I rebought when I bought a Nintendo 64 when I was living in Chicago after college. And I was like, let me just like, because I feel like my opinion of it had sort of like calcified into like, it's kind of a mindless collectathon. It is, rare excesses at their worst. Let me see how I feel about it now, some, 30 years after it originally came out, but probably 15 years since I played it last. And I gotta say, I think my opinion of it is even lower now than it was before.
Okay.
Because it's just about every single time the game makes a creative decision, I wish it had made the opposite decision. Every time, so it plays very much like a Banjo-Kazooie or a Mario 64, in that you are running around these 3D spaces, and there are sort of doors between them where you can go into a cave or into a house or whatever. And every time you come into a new space, the perspective of the camera is looking back at the door that you went through and at your character's face, and that is all the information I don't want to see. I want the camera behind Donkey Kong, seeing the great big vista in front of me, and I can figure out where to explore from there. But every single time I have to manually move the camera back behind the character, which is just like Mario 64 figured it out, right? Like you hop into Bob-omb Battlefield, camera's right behind, or it's up high and like swoops down behind Mario. You walk into Peach's castle, the camera's low behind Mario's head. You see the whole, whatever it is, entryway of the castle. Every single time, Mario 64 gets that right. Donkey Kong 64 every single time gets it wrong. Anyway, I played for maybe like 2 hours, was having like an okay amount of fun, got Diddy Kong, and I don't imagine ever really going back to it.
Yeah, when it was released on NSO, I felt kind of the same sort of thing where I'm like, I should reevaluate this, because my initial experience with it was so negative, only because I loved Donkey Kong Country so much, and it was like, oh my gosh, I had no idea what Donkey Kong 64 was going to be.
Yeah, totally.
And then getting it, being so excited, and then just having it be so like different, and like I just never gave it what I thought was like a fair shake. And so I still think someday I would like to revisit it.
I mean, I recommend checking it out, right? Because like it is an interesting object. It is just and we found this when we were playing
Forest
Gemini, that like there's just a lot of stuff that happens in the game, right? Like it's too full of incident, and like wants to keep you from playing it for as long as possible. And there's just like story constantly unfolding, and like you walk through a door and it's like, now wait, hold on, now you got to go back and talk to Cranky Kong or whatever. And like it's floaty, and like jumps don't feel satisfying. Like just all over. I just wish it was making the opposite choice every single moment.
But you did start that thought by saying it's worth going back to revisit.
It is worth forming your own opinion.
Yes,
of it
I
now.
see.
Yes.
I see.
I think it's still bad.
Right. No, I don't expect for it to like suddenly be transformed into some hidden gem.
Yes, it's an interesting cultural object, if
yeah.
nothing else. And then, Mark, I'm as good as my word. I have started Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition,
Okay, a
Nintendo
true
Switch
hero.
2. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I've played like the first hour or so. Now, did I fall asleep during this first hour of gameplay?
You're 1/20th of it starting to make sense.
Gotta say, on the Switch 2 version, gorgeous. Like it does look very good.
Now, remind me, you had previously purchased the Switch version, and
Yes.
did you ever turn it on, or is this?
Yes.
Your,
No.
okay, yeah.
I saved over my previous like attempt to start it, which I was 3 hours into the game before.
Okay,
So,
all
like,
right.
Let it not be said that I didn't, really try to play.
Yeah, a little less than a
Xenoblade.
fourth to when
Yeah.
it started making sense. Yes.
Yes, I'm a little over an hour into the game right now.
And do you intend to continue?
Yeah. Yes, I did fall asleep playing it, but then I woke up and I played a little bit more.
So it didn't kill you. That's
So
a
it
good
didn't
start.
kill me.
Yes.
And I'm sure I said this though when I started playing it the first time, that like I am having fun with it.
I don't know. Genuinely, I don't know if you did say that the first time.
Okay.
I think it might have been like, why do these games keep tricking me?
Yes.
I think I'm done.
right.
Yeah.
Right. And I do not feel as though I've been tricked yet.
Yeah.
We're going to get into an amiibo that's coming out this week, and we'll talk about whether or not I've been tricked. But I'm going to continue. My goal right now is to play some of it every day. So like half an hour, 45 minutes, an hour. If I can just get like some time in it and get past the however long the opening hump ends up being.
Yeah, for sure.
I just want to get to a place where I feel as though I'm engaging with the systems and am like embedded with the characters. I don't find myself annoyed by any of the characters at the moment. Again, early days, first hour, fell asleep. So I think it's looking up. I think things are looking up.
The last time we talked, I think you were close to finishing Mina the Hollower, but had
yes.
not finished Mina the Hollower.
I have since finished Mina the Hollower. I am part of the Super NPC Games Club for Mina the Hollower. And we recorded our first episode, which is available on the, I think both Connor's show and Jeremy's show last week are just that reposted. So check that out if you want to hear me and Jeremy and Connor and Alec Robbins and Michael Hearn, friend of the show, talking about the opening moments of Mina the Hollower. Also, by that point, Alec and Jeremy and myself had all beaten the game.
Mm-hmm.
So there are some sort of like broader thoughts there. So check that out if you are interested. And then I'm going to play all the way through Mina the Hollower again. All right, Mark, that's what we've been playing this week. Let's get into the new releases and what we might be playing next week.
We, of course, will check in with Nintendo Music first. Last week, they released the Animal Crossing New Horizons Happy Home Paradise soundtrack.
A great little selection of music. Mark, I know you didn't spend any time
No, I
in
don't.
that.
No, I don't think I did.
Happy Home Paradise remains a great like add-on. I still wish they would release a standalone version of it so people could just enjoy this like decorating simulator that's way more kind of like free and limitless than like mainline Animal Crossing New Horizons. But the music, really good, really solid working music. That's basically all it is. There are also a couple DJ KK sets that are part of that. So that's funny,
Yeah, I was actually listening to this today. I was giving the Nintendo Music web player another shot. Here's what I found.
Thank you for giving it another shot.
I'm on Safari, and if I have multiple tabs open and the Nintendo Music tab is not active, then when it goes to switch tracks, it's like it errors out.
Oh, interesting.
But if I only have that tab open, and then it plays fine. Anyways, it's great, like which makes sense for the type of experience that Happy Home Paradise is. But it's great background like work music.
100%, yes.
So yeah, I was enjoying that a lot. And then yesterday, Nintendo continue to do what they've done for the past few weeks. More Mario Kart World free roam tracks. This time, playlists of the tracks from Mario Kart Wii, and then the tracks from Mario Kart DS are available now.
Slowly but surely, it's all getting out there.
And then looking at the new releases, just jumping right to Thursday, July 2nd. In Europe, the Nintendo Switch 2 Pokemon Pokopia bundle is released. Rhythm Heaven Groove is released on Switch.
Which, again, is a $40 game. Mark, where are you right now? Are you getting this? What is your thought?
Yeah,
on...
I have liked previous Rhythm Heaven games, and so I am picking it up. I still have a voucher, and I decided not to use the voucher on this. I have some like eShop funds from when there were some Nintendo gift cards on sale for like Black Friday or something that I had bought, and so I used the eShop funds for that. And then
I don't remember getting a heads up about Nintendo eShop sale.
And then the I don't know what I'm going to do with the voucher. There are still some Switch first-party games that I don't own, some sports titles, stuff like that.
Right.
So I don't know. I guess, honestly...
I also have one just stray voucher sitting out there.
I have no reason to think that this is true. But I have until, like, January 30th of next year to make my decision.
Right.
But I'm still...
You also bought that, like, at the last possible...
I did. Well, because when they announced that Tamagotchi Life was going to be voucher eligible, then I was like, oh, great, I'll get this and I'll get Rhythm Heaven.
Right.
Now the Rhythm Heaven is $40. You would break even. Maybe you'd lose a couple cents. It'd be fine. But...
yeah, you would lose a cent.
But I just decided I just used eShop funds for it, and then I'll figure out what to do with my voucher. I'm not really sure. Part of the reason I'm banking it, I don't have any reason to think this is true. It probably will turn out to not be true. But that Nintendo has a Mario Galaxy-esque announcement up their sleeve for later this year for October or something. And so maybe I would use my voucher on that if it's even voucher eligible.
That's what I was going to say. It was that the Galaxy 1+2 package was not voucher eligible.
Right.
Which sucks. I guess I get it, but I mean, come on. But yeah, that's I think I'm gonna end up getting this game, but I also don't know. Maybe I'm okay not to.
Yeah. Maybe when you want to play it, we can just play it here.
That's very generous of you. And maybe I'll just wish list it, and then
Sure. Yeah. Totally.
It could go on sale. Probably not this Christmas, but maybe next.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And then also on Thursday, King DDD and Tank Star Kirby Air Riders amiibo is released.
Yes, as far as I'm concerned, the last of the legitimate Kirby Air Riders amiibo before they start repeating palette swap versions of these characters. And I do have this pre-ordered. And it was an expensive amiibo.
Uh-huh.
Have I been tricked into getting this thing?
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying.
This is the conversation I'm reviving now.
Yeah. Tricked because it's an expensive amiibo and there's a good chance they will go on sale in the future, right? So you wouldn't get it day one.
Right.
But if you hold out, if the pattern holds in 6 months or so, you could probably have this thing for half price.
Probably. Here's the thing is that how has Nintendo learned their lesson about these things, and are they only producing those that they know they're going to be able to sell? Because it seems like it has been such a thing of them going on deep discount at retailers, and even Nintendo themselves reducing the price. The Meta Knight and Shadow Star amiibo, which was the last one of these, was originally priced at $50. They marked it down to $45. At the Nintendo level, that's MSRP. And ditto the Mario and Luma and Rosalina and Luma, originally revealed at $40, and then it actually sold for $35. So the King DDD and Tank Star amiibo is $55.
Whoa.
That's too much, right?
Well, what would happen if you don't end up getting this amiibo? Yeah, ever.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Kind of nothing, yeah.
It's a tough call.
It feels like I should just let it sit at Best Buy and never pick it up.
I mean,
It's look. I could use the advice of those who are listening to the show. Should I get this amiibo? Because the next two amiibo are. Oh no, Chef Kawasaki's also still out there. But the two after that are the Sword Kirby on the Dragoon and Noir DDD on the Hydra. Both of which are just like another version of Kirby and another version of DDD. I feel like I will not get those, and therefore will not be completing the set of amiibo. But I am sort of tempted to like complete the original characters, which means I would also be getting Chef Kawasaki whenever they announce him. And I'm sure he'll be $60. Maybe just got to get off this whole train. I need advice, Mark.
Yeah, I mean, if it'll make you sad to not have the complete thing, maybe you don't risk it. Yes, you need advice from somebody who's not me.
I do. I need like a priest or something.
So if anyone's ordained and
yes,
in our Discord,
please.
Yeah.
And if you're listening and you are ordained but you're not in the Discord, send us an email. We'll send you an invitation. All right, Mark. Those are the games that are coming out this week. Let's close this segment out. Which brings us to a regular segment on our show. It's time for 433. In 1952, American composer John Cage wrote a piece called... Sorry, I started hitting that button and I didn't know if I was pausing or playing. Everything is right now. 433. In 1952, American composer John Cage wrote a piece called 433, when a performer or group of performers didn't play their instruments for 4 minutes and 33 seconds. For the purposes of this show, our instruments are talking about Nintendo. So, for the duration of one performance, 433, Mark and I'll talk about something not at all Nintendo related, thus fulfilling the contract of the piece. Mark, we're in summer mode right now.
For sure.
We talked about ice cream trucks last week.
We're recording in our bathing suits.
Honestly, we always do that. So
we never have clean underwear.
Well, and here's the thing: I don't want to get in the hot tub not in my bathing suit.
It's true.
Let's rank water park attractions.
Okay, great.
So we don't have like a list to work from here, but I think we could just sort of generate. Or just talk about the kinds of water park attractions that we do like. I think for me, early, like top of the list, probably number one, Lazy River.
Oh, see, I am not that crazy about the Lazy River.
You're not that crazy about the Lazy River.
What do you like about a Lazy River? Lazy River.
I like that as an old man, like I am now, I can just sit in the tube.
Yeah.
And just float down the river. But I like that as a stinking little kid. I could like swim around and like hop between inner tubes.
I think as a kid, I probably liked lazy rivers more than I do now. But I don't like being in the sun.
Sure.
I don't really like being in the water. Like, I like being in water.
Yeah.
But like,
well, I guess we could talk about this. Do you like a water park?
I once I'm there, I have a good time at a water park.
Sure.
But they are disgusting.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
But if we didn't go places that weren't disgusting, you wouldn't really go anywhere.
Right.
Because,
you were at my house this weekend.
I wouldn't go anywhere. But no, so when I go to water parks, I have a good time. I don't go to... When's the last time you went to a water park?
Oh, I don't know. Decades. It's been a very long time.
Yeah, the last time I went to a legitimate water park was probably 15 years ago. Last summer I was on a cruise and they had water slides.
Yeah.
And that was a lot of fun. I was going with nieces and nephews. We were having a good time. I personally don't care for a lazy river.
Yeah.
Don't want to be seen in the sun. No thanks. But I love...
What if it's a shaded lazy river?
Oh, I could get into that, I think.
If it's tree cover.
Shaded,
yeah.
Yes.
Not all the, sun dappling through the canopy.
Sure, yeah. I could get into that.
Yeah.
I don't want to feel hot.
That's what the river is for.
Yeah, like my butt.
You dip your feet
in
there.
Face?
You put your face in the water.
No, that sounds so gross. That sounds really gross.
It's a flowing body of water.
Yeah, with people that are jostling for position. You're bumping into folks.
Well, okay. Now we're a little bit in wave pool territory. Because that really is you're shoulder to shoulder with people in a pool that is creating waves.
Wave pools should be illegal.
They probably should be. As a kid, I liked them a lot.
Oh yeah, as a kid they're super fun.
I mean, I guess as a kid I would go to concerts with mosh pits and be in them as well. But yeah, I would say a wave pool like towards the bottom of my list.
Mm-hmm. I like slides.
Yeah.
I like slides.
I figured
like
that was gonna be
drop slides. Those are really fun.
Now, what constitutes a drop slide?
It's like the ones where you're like, you get into like a capsule and you're standing, and then they remove the floor from
floor
it.
Comes out from
and
under
you just like drop down that way.
And you like go down in a tube.
You do, yes.
Yeah,
You go down
yeah,
in a tube. Yeah.
And those tend not to have like twisty turns in them.
I think no,
just the drop.
The ones that I've been on, there's like the drop, and then usually a little bit of twisty and turning before you jump out into the pool. There are those other ones that are just like they're not enclosed in a tube, and so you just it is go straight over the. I've never done a really tall one of those. Those kind of freak me out a little bit.
Those seem a little scary. Yeah. What do you think about like and I think this is just obviously more of a kid thing, but like it's like a playground like space that's just like fountains.
Oh yeah, or it has that like big bucket or a smiling Jolly Roger that's like dumping water on you. We didn't get very far.
No, we didn't. I think we just determined that slide good, lazy river good for Patrick, wave pool bad.
Wave pool should be outlawed.
Wave pool should be illegal. We were accompanied today. Mark, this is a recording we've never used before. By bassist Tigran Petsarov.
I love when that happens.
So thank you, Tigran. All right, Mark, let's get into the news. Jeez. You know,
I mean, applause between segments isn't the worst thing.
It's
like we're hosting a late night show.
Kind of nice. Let's get into the news.
Okay, we obviously are recording this before it happens, but there is and was a Splatoon Raiders Direct this morning, 7 a.m. Pacific time, possibly before you're listening to this. There was a Treehouse Live afterwards, which we didn't know was going to happen when, like, because they had, at the Nintendo Direct, they had revealed that there was going to be a Splatoon Raiders Direct on June 30th, but we didn't know at the time that there would be a Treehouse Live. So
yeah, I mean, you know, we were just mentioning that, like, oh my God, Rhythm Heaven is out this week. Like, that snuck up on me. So too did this sneak up on me. Like,
yeah, me too.
I remember clocking the date at the Direct to be like, okay, by the end of the month. At that point, the end of the month seemed like so far away, and now it's you know, like today. They've shifted 1 hour. These things used to happen at 6 o'clock Pacific time, and now we can sleep in.
Yeah. Do you think it has to do with like daylight savings or anything like that?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. Why interrogate it? We have an extra hour of sleep.
That's right. And it's supposed to be a 15-minute presentation with then like a half hour of Treehouse afterwards. I think they've got like 15 minutes of new information to share with us about this game.
I don't know. It feels funny to speculate about it when the majority of people who are listening to it have probably already watched the Direct.
Right.
But just acknowledging it happened. Tip of the hat from Monday night to tomorrow morning. Splatoon Raiders Direct.
Splatoon Raiders, a game that we know is going to be releasing at the same price point as Star Fox.
Yeah, $50.
$50 digital and 60 physical. So.
Back in May, during Nintendo's end of fiscal year financial briefing, there was a note the legendary developer Takashi Tezuka would be retiring from his role as executive officer at the end of June. And while it wasn't 100% clear at the time, this was taken to mean that Tezuka would be retiring from Nintendo entirely, but it turns out that that isn't the case. At a investor meeting held this last week, it was clarified that Tezuka won't be an executive officer anymore, but he will still be a production producer and have a role with game development.
A production producer.
Yeah,
so he is producing.
He is producing.
Yeah.
But that's kind of that's cool because Tezuka's been around for a really long time. It would have made complete sense for him to retire, you know, but we'll still be working at Nintendo in some capacity.
But also, like, you know, you have to wonder, like, how Nintendo actually, like, what are their demands of their, like, you know, venerated old men?
Sure.
That, like, are just sort of part of the DNA of the place. And, like, just having Miyamoto around to play the first level of every Mario game and be like, yep, feels like Mario.
Yeah.
That has so much value in and of itself. So that they're extending the same. Not that I'm not saying that he's got like a worthless post now, but keep him on the payroll, keep him in the building.
It'll be interesting to see in the future where his name pops up.
Yeah.
He was such a big part of the development of Super Mario Brothers Wonder. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. In 2022, Nintendo announced it was acquiring land from the city of Kyoto to build a new R&D facility that at the time it was calling Corporate Headquarters Development Center Building Number 2, with a planned completion date of 2027.
Just love the naming conventions from like one of the more imaginative and I guess we talked about this last week with Drew, that like Nintendo does have a tendency to be like, I don't know, this is like Mr. Video Game or whatever.
Right.
And they're like, yeah, this building is just Corporate Headquarters Development Center Building Number 2.
A few years later, the plans were expanded. They announced that they were going to like be adding additional stories to the plans, and the completion date changed to 2028. But at last week's investor meeting, the same one where it was revealed that Tezuka is entirely retiring, it was revealed that the new name of the building will be the Technology Development Center, and it is planned to be completed in March 2029. So deadline extended a little bit, and this is like located geographically basically like kitty corner from Nintendo's current headquarters. And as Nintendo continues to expand, like it was with their latest like financial filings, it was revealed that Nintendo's headcount has grown by like 300 over the past year. And we know that they are continuing to hire like crazy in Japan, and that's part of the reason why they need this second building, and why they a couple of years ago announced that they were going to make the building bigger than originally planned. They just need that space.
Yeah, we don't have it in the news, but there was also that story last week that like Nintendo was raising the like base pay level for all of their employees.
Oh yeah, by 10%.
By 10%.
Yeah.
So like it seems like Nintendo is sort of like doubling down on like growth in this in this moment, and like kind of tapping into the Switch success war chest, and just like, obviously every big publisher is hit with a sort of like, it takes forever to make video games at the level that people expect them to be at. And Nintendo works with all these like different outside partners to develop their games, but they do also make games internally. But to, come up with anything near the pace that they had been, known for through the in 80s, 90s, and early 2000s, that they just need to staff up, right?
Yeah.
And it seems like this is all part of that, and that they're like interested in recruiting and retaining talent.
Well, it's also interesting to see just that in comparison to the rest of the video game industry, which seems to be like contracting. They're just like on a different path. And I also think it's, they don't seem, right now it's a difficult time for the industry, with memory shortages and the rising cost of components and all that kind of stuff. But
the Xbox, depending on what you were saying, don't forget it. Xbox just announced that they were increasing the price of all of their hardware by either $100 or $150, depending on which model it is. And like part of what they cited in like their reason for doing so is that memory prices had grown by like 2.5 or 2.5 times in the last year, and that they expect another doubling by this time next year. That like they are just in a different place.
Yes, and I'm sure all of those same forces are squeezing Nintendo as well. I guess it's just interesting to me that in a time where the rest of the industry seems to be like contracting,
yes,
that Nintendo is still using the opportunity to grow, because they see what is happening right now as a temporary thing.
Well, and like temporary thing or no, like what's going to sell hardware and what's going to make money is going to be software. Right. And so like you just need the people to develop these things.
As the Switch 2 kicks off its second year, market research company Circana revealed that the console sold 5.9 million units in the US in its first year. According to Circana senior director and game industry advisor Matt Piscatella, that makes it the second fastest selling video game hardware since tracking began in 1995. second only to the Game Boy Advance, which is number one,
Weird.
which sold 6.5 million in its first year.
And did the GBA sell what it sold just on like the back of Pokemon? Is that just riding that wave?
I mean, it was $99, right? It was like
Oh, yeah, that's true.
It was $100, and it was coming off of. It was like the next. It was the successor to the Game Boy, which is incredibly successful,
and which ran unopposed basically for 12 years. So
Right.
yeah, I guess maybe people were just hungry for an upgrade.
Yeah.
Do we ever hear about not Matt Piscatella when we talk about Circana?
No, I think.
Is there anyone else? Is he a one-man operation? What's happening there?
Yeah, I think he is the video game guy.
Yeah.
So I'm sure he has a team, but
We're guessing.
or,
We don't-
I
we
mean,
don't
he
know.
has to be the senior director of somebody, I would assume.
I suppose. Which one of us is the senior director of this show?
Well, I'm the co-host. Last week, Capcom held a Capcom Spotlight stream, and in it they announced some new content for Monster Hunter Stories 3, including a new side story called Rudy. Football fans, Notre Dame fans, don't get your hopes up. Rudy, quote, dives into the origins of the royal feline and his ancestors who came along before him. In this DLC side story, Rudy stumbles into a strange situation that unexpectedly brings him face to face with Naviro, the legendary feline who once saved the world in Monster Hunter Stories. Now, that didn't mean anything to me necessarily, but I watched the trailer for this, and I've got to say, Rudy is super cute. Those felines are super cute.
The Palicos, I believe, is what they're called.
I'm pretty sure they're called Royal Felines, Felyne.
Oh, really?
I'm reading it right now. I mean, that's what they call them.
And it is voiced by Sean. Dang it, what's his last name?
Aston.
Aston. Who's like Patty Duke's son?
Yes, Patty Duke's son.
There we go.
And the guy from Addams Family.
Yes.
Aston, whatever his name is.
Gomez. Not Raul Julia.
Not Raul Julia. $10 for this DLC or included with the deluxe editions. There's also a free update for the game where royal monsters will now appear in the field. Plus, there is also an update for the final battle. So if you load a completed save file, you can now challenge a harder version of that final battle. And if you defeat the harder challenge, almost all the existing monsters will become royal monsters and appear in the field, allowing you to take on more difficult monsters. I've got to admit, this doesn't mean a whole lot to me. But again, I watched that trailer, and Rudy's super cute.
Yeah, you were just moved by Rudy.
I was.
I do. I mean, I like even though I don't understand what a royal monster is, I think I can get the gist of it. Tough versions of the monsters.
I think that's right. Yes.
I always like when you can tack on like a super challenging mode after a game is completed. And I don't. This is probably, I have no way of knowing if this is accurate, but I don't think they did DLC for the previous Monster Hunter Stories games.
I have no idea.
Right.
Yeah. I was looking up the difference between a palico and a feline.
Yeah. What'd you find?
Palicos and felines, this is from Reddit from 8 years ago.
Great.
Palicos and felines are exactly the same. Palico is just the name a feline gets when they're a hunter's partner.
Got it.
Yes.
So the palico is a title that a feline gets when it is accompanying.
I believe
a
that is
hunter.
true.
Okay.
Yes. And while I'm at it, let's look up Monster Hunter Stories
DLC.
2 DLC.
I will also just add that the dog version of the palico is called a palamute.
There is so much about the world of Monster Hunter that
could have just stopped at world.
yeah, that I really like. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of content for a bunch of DLC. Although it looks like some of it is like costumes and stuff like that.
Yeah, yes.
But as far as I can tell, there's no story content.
I guess that is what I meant. I mean, maybe as I am getting deep into the Xenoblade Chronicles game, as deep as 1 full hour, you could get as deep as 1 full hour into a Monster Hunter Stories game.
Oh, does such a world exist? Dare we?
Let me just tell you, the nap that you can have.
Finally, a new Star Fox themed Tetris 99 Maximus Cup is kicking off later in July, runs July 10th through July 13th, and of course, earning 100 points will get you a Star Fox theme of your very own. I think that'll be a good one.
Yeah, it feels like a perfect fit. I'm mostly just thinking about the music
Yeah,
here.
100%.
Because like we can ratchet up that music. It can get crazy.
Yep.
Speaking of, let's do a little like just spoilers for the end of the like True Path Star Fox.
Oh, sure.
So if you don't want to hear that, we'll see you on Thursday. But I love the music track that plays as James's ghost is leading you out of the Andros battle.
I have not heard it in game yet because I have not done that path.
Okay, then
Yeah.
I will leave you to experience it. It's a very the choice of the moment is wonderful. There's just it does something that like the original game never did. Do we need to take a second to talk about how to fight Star Wolf the second time? Do you know how to fight Star Wolf when you are going on the good path?
No.
So Wolfen 2, which is like the like second ships that they get, they are immune to charge shots and bombs.
Oh.
So don't try to lock onto them at all. It does nothing. So that's number one. Number two, they are aggressively going after their rivals. So if you have somebody with low health, you should defend them aggressively. So like if Peppy has low health, you got to target Pigma before anybody else.
Got it.
Right? Falco, Leon, Slippy, Andrew. Then anytime, and this is normal dogfighting stuff, but anytime Wolf gets behind you, do a somersault right away, and basically never stop barrel rolling. Those are the tips.
You know what? I neglect barrel rolls to my own detriment, but I never think to do them. It is just not part of my like muscle memory.
Well, and you can physically dodge a lot of stuff, but not the Star Wolf in their Wolfen 2 craft.
Yeah.
So that's how you do it.
Okay.
I got a little bit hung up on it. And I think I talked about it when you were playing 64 3D, and I was playing the original 64. That I was getting kind of trounced by that Star Wolf fight. That it was really hard. Once I like kind of re-locked in and like applied those little bits of strategy, they go down no problem.
Oh, okay.
And then also make sure that you keep your lasers leveled up so that and if you take damage, like wing damage, and
Just
you lose the power up,
restart
the level, baby. It's not worth it. Okay. And I'm excited about this Tetris Maximus Cup. All right, Mark, let's close this out. That is going to do it for this episode of Nintendo Cartridge Society. Remember, if you're not in our Discord, you should be. Email us. We'll send you an invitation. Anthony DeLuca made our logo. Our theme music is provided by 8-Bit Betty. You can get more of his music by going to 8bitbetty.com or by listening right now. For my co-host, Mark Mitchell, this is Patrick Ellers saying thank you for listening.